Suffolk investigators say a drunk driver crashed his car early Sunday morning and his 18-year-old passenger died.
The accused drunk driver, only 17 years old. This all happened on Cherry Grove Road in Suffolk. It's also where we find 10 on your side's Katie Collette.
And Katie, you talked to a guy who tried to help both teens moments after the crash.
I did. His story of what he saw, absolutely incredible. And you can take a look. This is where he rushed to moments after that crash happened. This is the exact spot where it happened. You can see this memorial growing in honor of that life lost here at the scene. His name is Ian. Now, Dave Bowden lives across the street. He was driving home when he came across that mangled car.
The car was sitting sideways in the road, in the ditch, and it was tore up. And I couldn't tell what kind of car it was.
Dave Bowden says he jumped out of his truck and ran to the BMW that smashed into this tree around 2 Sunday morning. He began asking the driver questions.
I just asked him what his name was, where he went to school, how old he was, just trying to keep him awake, keep him talking, and keep him calm because he wanted out of that car.
The passenger, 18-year-old Ian Burgett, a senior at Nansemond Suffolk Academy. Dave says Ian was quiet but breathing, so he continued talking to the driver.
And he said, just hold my hand. So I held his hand and tried to keep his head as still as I could and talk to him and calm him down. And the fire department was here in minutes, and they were swarming the car and cutting the door off and the top off.
Dave stayed until both boys were flown by Nightingale to the hospital.
I've got kids too, and if it was my kids, I would have wanted somebody to do the same thing.
Now today, word of Ian's death, word that the 17-year-old driver was drunk, and a memorial growing in a place of tragedy. Now, the 17-year-old driver, also an NSU student, faces a number of charges, including driving drunk. Investigators tell me it's possible he could face even more serious charges at the end of their investigation, but they would not go into details with me today as to what those charges could possibly be. In the meantime, a family friend tells me they are working on funeral arrangements for Ian. Tom and Alvita.